What is something you know is real, but others don't seem to believe in? That a bird once flew through the open windows of my car, straight through and out the other side, while I was driving at highway speeds. I was alone in the car and I swear it happened. My reaction: did that just happen? The amount of people that don't know narwhals are actual animals. Concrete boats. Rare, but they do exist. Everyone I tell thinks I'm winding them up. Restless leg syndrome. People think it's just being a little uncomfortable and not finding a good position to sleep in. It's actually an uncontrollable urge to move your legs that feels almost like muscle spasms, and it is absolutely maddening. Weirdly, if my cat is sleeping on my bed, I can pat him and it makes it stop. I have no idea why. OCD can be a lot more debilitating than people realize. I believe most people aren't actually working in offices, and we're all sitting here trying to fake each other out with the goal of seeming necessary. Sleep paralysis. The sensation of déjà vu, whether real or not. Major depression and AMP, a full-blown panic attack. No one gets it unless they've experienced it. How depression can make it impossible to do things. I once made a custom knife for a friend, wrapped and boxed it, then let it sit there for well over a month before I was finally able to mail it. Intellectually, I know that it's a very simple task to tape on an address label and drive it 5 minutes to the post office, but I absolutely could not do it. I would get irrationally mad at myself for being unable to complete such a mundane and simple task, and yet I still couldn't do it. That kind of mental roadblock was impossible for me to understand myself, let alone anyone who hasn't experienced it. Me, when I tell people I have aphantasia, I can't picture things in my head, and vice versa when people tell me they can picture things in their heads. The tangible and intangible benefits of exercise. Being unable to force myself to do something with ADHD. It is like I'm physically restrained when I try to force myself to do something at times. That when you chase the validation of others, the only thing you get is tired. This might off the vein a little, but my answer is, bad things can happen to your child as a direct result of your negligence. People truly don't believe that their child could be internally decapitated, mangled, or die of internal injuries because you didn't enforce the right kind of car seat or even a seat belt. Children 3 to 8 are the largest demographic I've seen that are injured in car accidents as a direct result of being improperly restrained. And people don't believe it. They don't believe that not doing any child restraint research, and lacking in their own due diligence, can lead to their child's death. Source: Paramedic. Mental health issues. It's amazing to me how many people think the brain, the most complicated structure in the known universe, is the only organ that's not capable of malfunctioning. Most Americans already pay for other people's medical care through their health insurance policy, yet a lot seem to think that being taxed is what will cause them to pay for other people. Human contribution to climate change. I worked in a lab for a couple years for my undergrad in geophysics. Most of the data was brought back by a team of professors and grad students who took yearly trips to Antarctica. Climate change turning into a political issue is a sin I can never forgive humanity for. That people living in the late stages of dementia are still people with valid feelings and deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. You can't get autism, it's a neurodevelopment disorder, you are either born with it or you don't have it. Vaccines can't give you autism, Tylenol won't give you or your baby autism, however genetics will. Bang an autistic person and you will likely have autistic babies. When the baby has it, likely someone else in the family has it as well. Unions are good for workers. Facts. Sometimes you don't know what they are, then you do. There are facts you know, and others don't. And facts others know and you don't. That's okay. Be willing to learn and teach. There are facts right now that no human knows. Someday we'll learn what some of them are. And even if you don't like them, that doesn't make them not facts, or opinions. Reality is what it is, whether or not you're willing to admit it.